Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Annie Z with What If Naruto Was a Saiyan Unneglected Part 14. So guys, we last left off at Naruto taking on Tauren and getting destroyed until he unleashed Super Saiyan Blue 4, where he did manage to beat Tauren, but he ran out of ki fast. Then he was visited by the Sage of Six Paths, who helped him break his limits. So let's get started. Naruto yells as he turns Super Saiyan Blue. Naruto's power level is matching my mastered Ultra Instinct in his Super Saiyan Blue form, Goku says, in shock and awe that Super Saiyan Blue was matching the power of his new Ultra Instinct mastered form. Naruto then goes to Super Saiyan 3 Blue as he glows, as he then turns into Super Saiyan Blue 4. No way, Piccolo says. But Naruto doesn't stop screaming after that. He continues to power up. Damn you, Naruto, have you really found a way to go past even Super Saiyan Blue 4? I haven't even reached that level, yet you're surpassing it, Vegeta says. Naruto's screams start to get more intense as Naruto's hair grew longer and turned silver. In his eyes appeared 2 silver Renner Sharingans, and above him was floating 6 Truth Seeker orbs. As he screams, the entire multiverse starts to shake as random planets start to be blown up. As Zeno and his guards' eyes widen as they recognize this ki. It was familiar, especially familiar to Zeno himself. They stared in shock and horror, and in pride and in awe, but mostly in respect towards Naruto. This power was all that everybody said. Naruto's energy swirled around the whole multiverse. Zeno created a barrier to stop needless destruction. Naruto then slowly stopped powering up, but Naruto sensed that his ki and chakra was growing every few seconds. This is the power of Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 5. It's over, Tauren, I've come for you, Naruto says. This mortal truly is something else. To not only perfect Ultra Instinct in base form, but to use it with Omni Ki. He unlocked Omni Ki by combining his ki and chakra to create a source of infinite energy. Unbelievable, Hiro says as Universe 7 stared in shock and awe. The real fight starts now, Tauren, Naruto says. So it shall, Naruto, Tauren says. Look at this new form he's taken. Judging by its appearance, he's using Mastered Ultra Instinct with Omni Ki. The prophecy now makes sense. A mortal that will rival even the Omni King shall reveal himself, trying to save his universe, the Grand Priest says to himself. As Zeno's heard it, Naruto is my rival, Zen says. Naruto's our rival, cool, future Zeno says. Little brother, I will surpass you, Goku says. Like hell, Kakarot, if anybody's gonna surpass Naruto, it will be me, Vegeta says. Good luck, Vegeta, Kakarot, the one who surpassed the littlest brother will be me, Raditz, as I'm the oldest, and I have to be the strongest, Raditz says. No, Raditz, good luck, because I will surpass Naruto. He's my son, and the father always has to be stronger, Bardock says. As they started to argue until they felt a killing intent coming from Guinea. This made everyone shake in fear, including Tauren, Naruto, the Omni Kings, and Grand Priest himself. We shouldn't mess with her, everybody thought. It was her, the monster. She was the monster who would end everyone, Beerus says, remembering the killing intent that he felt years ago that scared him enough to wake him up. I shouldn't hurt Naruto that hard, or I'll have to face his mother, Tauren thought in fear of Guinea. Naruto then burst dashes towards Jiren, punching him onto the floor as a huge gush mark appeared on his cheek. Only the angels could see him move. Not even Beerus, Belmoth, and Champa could see him move, let alone Goku and the others. This the speed of an Omni Ki user combined with Ultra Instinct. I couldn't even see him, Supreme Kai said. Who cares if it's Ultra Instinct with Omni Ki? Tauren will never lose. He can't lose, Belmont yelled. I hope you're not letting that power up go to your head, Tauren shouts as he tries to punch Naruto. But Naruto, using his Rinnegan's perception and Ultra Instinct, dodges with ease. Tauren was unable to even hit Naruto. As Naruto starts to launch body shots at Tauren, each body shot broke Tauren's bones. You could hear Tauren's bone cracking with each punch Naruto throws. As Naruto blocks a swing and kicks Tauren to the sky, Tauren recovers and charges up a full power blast with Destroyer Ki and throws it at Naruto, who uses Shinra Tensei to send it flying back at Tauren, who is consumed by his own Destroyer Ki attack as they explodes, destroying most of the remaining stage. The smoke dies down, revealing a heavily injured and bleeding Tauren. As Naruto's Omni Ki starts to spread across the whole stage, making it harder for Tauren to breathe. I can't breathe, Tauren thought to himself, as Naruto's ki was really poisonous to Tauren. As Tauren dashes towards Naruto with a punch, who intercepts with his own punch, Naruto punches Torin away, as Torin takes this opportunity to try and punch Naruto, but Naruto dodges. As Naruto is getting punched by Torin, Naruto avoids all the blows that Torin throws at him, as he kicks Torin in the guts and then uppercuts him while Torin is attacking Naruto, while also avoiding all of Torin's attack, causing Torin to scream out in pain as Torin gets kicked in the face, making his nose bleed and then punched away. Torin fires a ki blast to make space and get away as he tries to attack Naruto from far away, but Naruto uses his truth-seeking orbs to create armor, which allowed him to walk through the blast that Torin was sending at him, because all of his blasts would just turn into ash. Torin, seeing this, creates a giant blast filled with his destroyer ki, but Naruto sends a single truth-seeking orb at the Torin's destroyer ki enhanced blast, which turns Torin's attack to ashes. Torin, realizing blasts are useless against Naruto, sticks to martial arts as he charges towards Naruto. Naruto, dispelling his truth-seeking orb armor because he didn't want to kill Torin, also burst dashes towards Torin and starts to punch and kick him, but Naruto dodges all of Torin's attacks and kicks him back. Naruto then uses Shinra Tensei to send him flying as he burst dashes towards Torin once again. Torin tries to catch Naruto off guard by fighting through the pain and trying to hit Naruto while he was flying away, but Naruto's Ultra Instinct dodged it, as well as since his Sharingan can see some attacks that come ahead of time, which makes his Ultra Instinct even more deadly, as Torin is sent flying away by a punch that Naruto throws at him. Naruto then moves almost instantly in front of Torin, who was nearly out of the ring, but then Torin smiles as he grabs Naruto in a hold and blasts the stadium away. "I won't lose, I will at least make this a draw instead," Torin yells, as he and Naruto fall out of the stage. "I did it," Torin says, scared his universe will be erased, but now there's nothing to be worried as he took out Naruto with him. "Ha ha ha ha, Torin, good work, at least Beerus's universe didn't win," Belmoth said, as Universe 11 starts to celebrate apart from the angel. "I wouldn't be so sure," Grand Priest says as he points towards the Naruto in the stands that Torin knocked out. Universe 11 looked to see that Naruto started to poof away in smoke. "What?" Jiren yelled as everybody's attention turned back to the stage where Jiren was pointing, where a stone poofed and it turned back into Naruto. "I knew you would try that. My Rinnegan gives me time control as a special ability. I used it to see the future, where you would try to take me down with you, so I hinged into a rock, which is basically a transformation jutsu, while you fought my clone. I have to say, you did rather well fighting my shadow clone, but you know you're kinda weak against my Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 5, because in order to dispel a shadow clone, you need to hit it with equal amount of force of the chakra it has, and for me to create a shadow clone, it requires at least 50% of my chakra, which means that you can't beat my Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 5's 50% chakra, because that's what it needed to create a shadow clone," Naruto says, as everybody was in surprise. Jiren was just fighting a weak clone, or Torin was fighting a weak clone, as both Vegeta and Goku looked at Naruto in shock and surprise and awe, admiring his strength. Well then, Unit 7 and 6 will now be destroyed, as Torin turned back into Jiren and Toppo as he was erased. After that, Naruto used the Dragon Balls to bring everyone from the other universes to Unit 7, creating one big universe. Team Unit 7 then leaves to Earth. As soon as he landed, he was glomped by Yariko, Suki and Rose. "Naruto-kun, I knew you'd win. You did it," Yariko said, hugging him. "Oh Naruto-kun, Whis was streaming that tournament and your new form looks so cool and so powerful," Suki said. "Well, I know you'd win. To think that you would have access to Ultra Instinct thingy as well as the Rinnegan and the Truth-Seeking Orbs. You're probably the most undefeatable person in this universe. Plus you got revenge on Torin by using a Shadow Clone to beat him. I mean, he did toy with you in the earlier stages before you unlocked the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 5, so yeah, you got your revenge," Rose says. "Yeah, anyways, let's celebrate guys," Bulma says, as the Z fighters started to celebrate. Beerus and Whis stayed for the party, well, mostly for the food. "So Whis, how long do you think until your father takes an interest in Naruto? I mean, he's the only one other than Zeno-sama to be able to use Omni-Ki," Beerus asked as he saw that everybody was currently far away from him. "I don't really know. I think he would just let Naruto have fun and live his life. I mean, they have Zeno-sama to train, so they won't need Naruto," he says. Naruto then danced with Yariko during the dance part of the party, which pissed off Rose and Suki. "You might have won this battle, Yariko, but the war isn't over," Suki says, pouting, as people are holding up a poster of Yariko Sasuke x Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, even though Naruto loved to be called Naruto Saiyan. "I wanted to dance with Naruto," Rose thought, pouting. as Gine noticed this and she walked up to Naruto. Naruto, my son, you should also dance with Suki and Rose, as Yariko pouted at Gine, who found that was really adorable and gave Yariko a head pat. Why don't I get to know my daughter-in-law? Gine said as Yariko blushed and went with her. Okay, mother-in-law, Yariko says, as Naruto danced with Suki and then with Rose, as they all gathered with Yariko, and then all three of them danced with Naruto, as they won the competition that Bulma held, which was basically an unlimited supply of food, which Beerus was angry that he didn't win. Whis then revived both Gine and Bardock, as Beerus told him to do that as a reward for Naruto saving the universe. For the next day, they celebrated. Naruto, Yariko, Suki and Rose woke up as the Z fighters were told to meet Whis. Ah, how nice of you to come. You might be wondering why I have summoned you. Well, but it's time for Naruto and the girls to go back to the Elemental Nations, as the events that will proceed today will need them, Whis says. As Vegeta steps up and says, with all due respects, Whis, but why should Naruto care about the Elemental Nations? I've grown to respect the boy for his power, and I realized that those Leaf Village fuckers don't deserve him, Vegeta says. Yeah, Whis, why should my brother help those ungrateful idiots? It would hurt a little girl to protect a pair of spoiled brats, Goku says. I agree, my son shouldn't have to help those idiots who treat my daughter-in-law like a monster, Bardock says. I swear I will end them, Raditz says, as all the Z fighters start to shout insults at the Leaf Village. Guys, stop, if Whis needs me to do this, then I will do it. I'm still the child of prophecy of that world. Plus, it was all thanks to Hagoromo that I was able to beat the Tournament power and surpass my limits, so I do owe him. But that doesn't mean I'm going to take the side of the Leaf. But we ask one thing, can Vegeta, my brother, my mother, and my father join me? Naruto says. They can if they want to, Whis says, as Naruto tells them his plan of what he was thinking. I agree, we will show them what happens when you mess with our Saiyans, Vegeta says. I'm in, Raditz says. Of course we will support you. We're your parents, Bardock says. I don't like revenge normally, but those bastards will pay for hurting my sweet innocent daughter-in-law, and I will make them suffer, Gine says, as she releases her killing intent, scaring everyone, as the Omni King felt this killing intent and started screaming for his mother. Now back to the Saiyans. Normally I would say revenge is not the answer, but for some reason I really want to destroy Leaf for how they treated you, my little brother, and your mates. But I also want to hurt that bitch Hanabi for how she hurt you, Goku says. Whis was about to teleport them, but then a white light comes crashing into the area, revealing Vados, who had Kale and Khalifa with them. Hi Naruto-kun, Kale says. Yo Naruto-kun, Khalifa says. Hey girls, what's up, Naruto says. Well Naruto-kun, you should be happy that we, the Saiyans from Universe 6, have come to visit you, especially the fact that I did, Khalifa says, blushing a little bit. Oh yeah? And why should he be? Yariko, Suki and Rose says. Oh Naruto-kun, you're so naughty. You already have got yourself a harem of girls. I don't mind if I joined. And neither would Kale, Khalifa says, as Kale nodded her head. What? Naruto says, until Gine cut him off. Of course Naruto-kun would like to have a pair of Saiyan girls in his harem, Gine says, as Naruto tried to say something, but Gine stopped him. Yeah, more the merrier, the other girls said. What Naruto says, not believing that the girls actually agreed to this, even after the Hanabi situation. Well then, since everyone agrees, you two are also my daughter-in-laws. So, the girls then explained the plan to Khalifa and Kale, who agreed to help Naruto after finding out what Leaf did to him. Kale accidentally went Legendary Super Saiyan and destroyed a few things that belonged to Bulma, but she was swiftly stopped by Vegeta. As the group held Whis, he took them to the Elemental Nations, where they landed outside Naruto's hideout, as Naruto, Yariko, Suki, and Rose, along with Goku, Vegeta, Raditz, Bardock, Gine, Khalifa, and Kale, all walked out of the light. As Naruto unlocked the base, the group entered it. As Naruto said, home sweet home, Naruto says. Tomorrow, Operation Purification begins, Naruto says. But guys, that's all for today. Peace. Peace.